Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. It is May 25th, 2026, and I'm back with a message. Let us tap right in and see what the storyline is, shall we? I hope that you had a fine weekend and that the day is treating you kindly. I do have the window open, so you will be hearing the outside noise. Planetary circumstance, please, Spirit. Planetary circumstance, what is happening? What is happening out there? We got the Eight of Cups, letting go and moving on. There's been some strange energy, really pissy, actually. This curator is out there talking to what seems to be the source of misogyny and narcissism. He speaks very monotone. And I think that this is one of the ways, like these people, they don't feel emotion. They're very monotone and they speak proper words and they use big words. So they seem intelligent when they're just not. They're not. They're narcissistic and misogynistic, and I think that this is the entity or whatever this is that got seeded itself into the minds of the people. The chaos. So it like seeds the chaos into the collective, and so that it can maintain this monotone framework or something. And if it can't release all of the chaos, then it becomes that. I don't know. It's weird. It's this weird entity that just showed up. Talking to the curator. They're trying to convince them that this powerful woman needs medicine. We've got death, judgment, Nine of Swords. So somebody's having an anxiety trip because the wheel is turning, and yeah, lots of stuff is happening. They've lost their captive. They red-rummed an innocent authority figure 6,000 years ago, and they've been torturing her ever since. She's been emancipated. They've been filing false reporting to the ancestors, and they've been harvesting souls. The children have been suffering greatly due to their deceit and their criminal behavior. Children of the upper dimensional authorities have suffered greatly. So what's going on here? In the central energy, we've got Tower. Somebody's in a tower. And a Two of Swords. They don't know what to do. They called in their big master, that what sounded like the source of misogyny and narcissism. Very monotone, in a larger voice that seems like one of those principalities that I saw in the astral one time. I went to go speak with one, and they were in a school teaching kids, and the kid was coming up showing his homework to this fellow, and I'm standing there waiting for an opportunity to speak. Patiently waiting. And then he's done talking to the kid, and he turns around and he starts working at the sink, and I ask him if I can ask him a question, and he says that he is busy. So this is the masculine. They're the teachers of the world, and they're too busy with what it is that they got going on to spend the time speaking to a woman, let alone honoring her or showing her any kind of respect. So this is the monotone narcissistic, misogynistic, what seems to be potentially the source. Again, these ones I'm talking about, their sacrifice that they need. It needs to be a Sagittarius, but there's a Leo or somebody out there who's very, very strong, very, very potent, and they're thinking that maybe they can make it work. Apparently, Sacagawea has been emancipated, and she's 100% angel, and these ones are wanting to recapture her as well. So, shout out to her brothers and sisters watching the territory. She may need some extra security. In the challenge position, come on now. So somebody's in a tower. They don't know what to do. Six of Swords in the reverse. They're trapped. They can't get out of it. They need to harvest a powerful female angel, 100% angel with upper dimensional access and gifts and authorities. In the subconscious, Queen of Cups, emotional balance, so there's a lot of stuff going out there. You may have been having some emotional chaos, and maybe many of you have experienced that over your holiday weekend. I know that there was at least one person that was affected greatly in my gathering. By the energy. In the recent past, Knight of Swords. There could be some sense of urgency. Tension and expectation. Page of Cups in the reverse. Immaturity. Emotional immaturity. Somebody's feeling, yeah. Somebody's feeling impulsive. They're emotionally immature. In the near future, the Lovers, soulmate relationship, the lens is being looked through, Ace of Pentacles, some kind of a reward or abundance in the environment, Queen of Pentacles, and Ten of Cups. Queen of Pentacles is getting her Ten of Cups. Hopes and fears. Hierophant. And the outgoing energy. Knight of Cups in the reverse. Somebody's disappointed and jealous. King of Pentacles, Magician. Celebrating a homecoming. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Getting in a Ten of Cups here. A homecoming. Might be coming together soon. Nine of Pentacles. Life of luxury. The Empress. Well, somebody's going to be happy. I heard some masculines say a few days ago that they were in an upside down status. I've been mad all day. But I think it has a lot to do with the chaotic energy of the weekend, you know. Several people all having their own personal energetic flow and step, you know. Doesn't always jive well when you're in a group. Anyhow, somebody's in a tower. Disaster. They don't know what to do. Gatekeeper. Some kind of tension for the gatekeepers. There's a tower. That could be that the gates are being taken over. Six of Swords in the reverse. There's a resistance. Some kind of, they could be feeling trapped, struggling. Armor. They're struggling over your protection. Queen of Cups. You have a deep understanding of what's been going on at the gate. Healing. You're a healer. These guys have been holding back the healers. The divine feminine healers. They've been holding them back. RAPing them, prostituting them, universally trafficking them, slaving them. The Knight of Swords is here. There's a sense of urgency. Listen. Restless. Somebody's feeling restless over your messages, the fruits of your, what you're hearing. Page of Cups in the reverse. They're feeling insecure, emotionally immature. There's a sense of urgency here. The Lovers in the near future. Rest in the reverse. The Moon. And self-care. No rest. You didn't rest. You weren't laid to rest. The Lovers are there. There is no rest. You did not rest. When you were under the moon, somebody's afraid. We got rest. What is this? Number 38. So the lovers are here. Divine love, soulmate love. So there's no rest. The moon, 36. A dream within a dream. Subconscious thoughts are floating to the surface of the still waters. Oh my God, I've been feeling that all day, man. It's terrible. So there's no rest. You don't get to take a break, okay? The lovers are there. We've got the moon, number 36. All we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. Subconscious thoughts are floating to the surface of the still waters. Unrecognizable emotions are bubbling forth. The moon represents the things that we can't always see, but are ever present. While these visions and specters may seem dark, they are just as illuminating as the bright sun. These are the emotions that we have pushed down, which are now coming to light. Be still and process what you're feeling. The only way out is through. It's the mystery of emotion. So I know I've been experiencing this. My mind has been going strong about those hidden things, those things that bring anxiety, those fears, or it's the shadow work. So the lovers are here. There's no rest. There's no time to take a rest. You got to still do the shadow work and tend to the mind. Do your self-care, right? No resting. You got to bubble up all that nasty stuff hiding in the shadows, bring it forward, and then, I guess, gain another feather, do the work, get another feather. But these are like little wings, right? They're little wings. So there's no rest. And we got the moth. You got your nighttime wings and your robe. You got your nice robe there. You're there with children. And then you got your wings. So there's lots and lots of transformation happening right now. And it could very, very well be very uncomfortable. Yeah. You're going to have to take care of your mind. And this is the thing. I've been kind of kicking myself, judging myself as dark, as chaff, as whatever belongs in the fire. That stuff that wasn't worthy of or whatever, But apparently, there is still work to do. There's no rest. The lovers are together. This is a divine love. This is a soulmate connection. There's no rest. You gotta face the fear and all of those things that bring you anxiety and take care of your mind. We got the Ace of Pentacles. So there's an abundant reward here for the work that you're doing. It's very, very challenging. Tiring. We've got, look, there's a magician here. Your stability is, so this magician, whoever this magician is, they're not grounded. Their magic isn't working. Queen of Pentacles is coming into a Ten of Cups. Circle. The Hierophant is there. Ooh. Masks. Devil. The Hierophant. We got masks. Devil, death. love. So it's like the Hierophant, God or whoever is the upper authority, hopes and fears. So somebody's afraid, or there's a hope or whatever, that the Hierophant has the spiritual wisdom regarding these devils wearing the angels' dresses, the white robe of the shattered emerald heart, the death of a heart of love. Love. So the way that these devils were getting into the angel's dress was to break their heart, to shatter their emerald heart, to steal their strength, to drape it around their neck, and call themselves an angel of love, when the real angel of love is sitting here brokenhearted, shattered. So the Hierophant is there looking at these devils wearing the emerald heart of a sacrificed angel of love. Yeah, because that's how they do it. They shatter the heart. They spiritually unalive somebody and then step in as the identity and then leave you disconnected here in the 3D space. It's pure evil. We got the Knight of Cups in the reverse. They want to escape. They're jealous, disappointed. There's no freaking love in that Knight. Who knew? Number 3, knowledge. They have unreliable knowledge. They followed somebody, a bad teacher. They got knowledge, bad knowledge. They're disappointed in the knowledge that they have gained. They're uneasy about a caretaker speaking up, bringing life, and making their move regarding temperance. Things are falling apart because of the balance and the strength of somebody's mind. Somebody might be inspired, a community, about your emerald heart. You're this beautiful love that the devils they've been shattering the heart, like heart shattering. This is an unaliving, a spiritual death done by an opinionated religious devil who wants to shatter that heart of a loving being and then wear the necklace of their emerald and call themselves love. While love is really here, dead. They killed it. So somebody's upset that the Hierophant has knowledge about that. These magicians have been found out. They're uneasy. The true caretaker is in the garden and can see very clearly what they've been doing. Somebody made it through. Somebody was able to break through. A real angel. And now there's a tower here for the gatekeepers. A real angel made it through the gate. And now those upper dimensional family members of this angel are bringing all hell to these gatekeepers who've been RAPing the women and their mind, their womb, everything, and the children. That's the thing. The children. The heinous things that these gatekeepers and their network have been doing to the children of these upper dimensional, very high vibrational, supreme beings. So there's a tower going on here. Destruction, disaster, chaos. And now there's indecision. These gatekeepers don't know what to do, because dots don't mean devotion. They were not devoted to God. They were not devoted to the upper dimensional star systems or their families of these supreme bloodlines. Oh no, the gatekeepers were gatekeeping for the devil, sending up fake apples, devils, wearing the shattered heart of a sacrificed, spiritually unalived angel. Dots don't mean devotion. These gatekeepers are screwed because their energy has been rid. They're not devoted. They don't know what to do. They've been found out. Yeah. They feel trapped. They're struggling. They can't move forward. They can't attack you. Your protection is too strong. The gatekeepers want to get at you. They're not able to. Your armor is too strong. They're feeling trapped. They're exhausted. They've been blocked out of your energy. Everything that happened to you will happen to them, and it's heinous. I don't even know how heinous. I just know it's really freaking bad. So there's boundaries here. And they've been blocked out of your energy with this armor. And there's a lot of vocalization running through the mind and the heart space. And what you might be feeling is total rejection. Boundaries. Get the F off me. Nobody needs you. Fuck off. Right? Totally. These guys are accepting, they got to accept accountability and be accountable. These gatekeepers, they've been letting in devils, people who don't love, people who don't care about anybody. They're trying desperately to shove the mental hyper, it's a hyper, like you can't shut it off. It's just like, and one of my friends here was like that all freaking night last night. Like she just like, she's very high energy anyway, but man, that woman was like extra all night long. And it was wild to me because I'm that way too, but I'm internal and she's external, you know? So she's like this externally and I'm like this internally. And we're both kind of like, our energies are like, clash, 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 you know, and I don't know. So it's like, girl, block it. So it's like these jackwagons are out there like, oh no, they got to put this energy on you, but you got this armor up. They're being blocked from, you got emotional balance. You're a healer. You got this golden energy and you just, look, man, you stopped mistaking freaking chaos for chemistry. That's not passion. That's a freaking nasty jack. Completely out of control. Nobody needs that shit poured into their system. Obsessed. Danger. The blunt truth is, you got these nasty freaking jacks out there that came in, filled you up with their chaos, and then left you alone. That's how these pieces of crap, these little phalluses have been running around, plugging themselves into everything, downloading their fire chaos, and then uploading the covenant of your rainbow. The rainbow of this healer. So you stop mistaking chaos for chemistry. You saw through the illusion. You see the danger. You know about the hazard. And the blunt truth is that they abandoned you, reject you. They come in, they sleep with you just to offload their freaking karma debt, their anger, their devil energy, and then they leave you alone there to process it, to alchemize it, to do your healing. Queen of Cups. These gatekeepers have been keeping you trapped here so that the devil, so that these chaos little gigolos could dump their shit onto you and then leave you stranded there. And they were cruel, man. While they were running around upstairs wearing your freaking identity and your robe, defiling your character. Knight of Swords is here, focusing on what it is you're hearing, or focusing on maybe what they're hearing. But it could be that you have a witness or a helper that's here to help you discern whatever it is that you got going on. Maybe this is somebody in the spirit that's a witness for you. Somebody has been talking about, or they have in the past, Jehovah's Witness. So it could be that there's a Jehovah's Witness that is witnessing what it is you're hearing regarding these nasty jacks. Page of Cups in the reverse. Somebody is emotionally immature. They're getting blocked. Sometimes it's bad decisions. These people are getting blocked, and they're like, you know, I keep hearing them. We made mistakes. We misunderstood. We It's like it's been 6,000 years, man. You know how many children have been RIP'd to death over and over and over again? They tortured these souls. Oh, we made a mistake. Forgive us. We can do better. Well, no, man. No. They've stolen the honor of these women lifetime after lifetime, filing false reports with the upper dimensional divine. These gatekeepers are screwed for what they've been doing to these healers. These healers that don't trust men anymore. These false flames, these false fathers, these false men, these false humans. The Lovers are here. There's no rest. We got the Moon. So you got to deal with your shadow stuff. You got to heal this, and we got this. You got to take care of yourself. You had to take care of yourself. There was no rest. You had to deal with the Moon, all this hidden crap. You had to take care of yourself. Keep the bar. These jackwagons wanted you to keep the bar real, real low. And you had to take care of yourself without rest while you were in the shadows, buried under the Moon, hidden away from everybody. You did the work. You did not rest. You did the work, and you took care of yourself and your mind. And all of these ones are here like, well, keep the bar right here. Your standards aren't too high. Their effort was too low. You and your lover, or whatever this is, your divine spouse, whatever, you did not rest. You were buried in the dark, but you did the work. You did the shadow work. You took care of your mind. These guys had the expectation that you would never elevate. We got the Ace of Pentacles here. Growth and abundance. You're stable. You're coming into your reward. And we got a Magician here that's not grounded. Their magic isn't working. They're obsessing. They're having anxiety. They're not grounded. They're trying to unground others. And that is the one thing that I've been noticing. Like my friend, she was like very emotional. Talking, never stopping. And it's like these ones are trying to push this energy out. They're not grounded. The magic's not working. You might be overthinking. I know that I have been. And I certainly know that my other friend has been. And a lot of folks may have been. Because what we got here is a magician that's trying to project out this, what do they call it? Delirium. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles here, resourceful, coming into a Ten of Cups, entering into, or there's unity here within a circle, and no one is coming to steal your spotlight, hun. You're confident, empowered, you got the spotlight. You're the main character. Start acting like it, you know. I know that I sometimes speak very poorly of myself because, well, you know, I'm old and I've heard the world and their opinion of me, seen and unseen, for a very long time. And you know, and when you hear somebody say the same shit over and over and over again, it develops highways in your mind. And sometimes those memories replay and you're just like, fine, F it, whatever. Just doesn't care. I don't care, man. And it's kind of like this. Don't care, man. They're like, we were wrong. We made a mistake. Well, yeah, you sure did. It's been 6,000 years, man. It took you 6,000 years and actually getting caught to think, whoa, maybe what I'm doing is wrong. I don't know. It's too late now. The Hierophant's looking here at the devils wearing the robes of a sacrificed angel. These devils are wearing the robe of a dead, loving angel. Heartbroken, shattered. And the Hierophant's dealing with them. No one's coming to steal your spotlight. They're trying to project out this nastiness. You know, and that's one of my friends, man. She was crying. She was just all over the place, you know. And it gets old when you got your own shit to deal with. But at the same time, it's a challenge because it's like, wow, like, can I master myself in this environment? Can I breathe into the chaos and not reflect back what I am receiving, right? Well, the Hierophants here, we got the masks, devils wearing the angel's robe, the dead emerald shattered heart of love, and you stopped cosplaying fear as guidance. You don't, love does not make decisions for their life based on fear. There's self-awareness. And you stopped mistaking static for the, so yeah. Somebody's having anxiety. They misinterpreted these devils that were wearing the heart of a sacrificed, loving angel, misinterpreted the signals that the actual angel was receiving. And now they're having anxiety because God can see it's a devil in an angel outfit. That's no angel. That's nobody getting their messages. These people aren't receiving messages. They're tapped into the mental body of someone who is. Their sacrifice, their 3D freaking compost pile. So we got the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Somebody's feeling insecure about the knowledge that you have. Twitter is not your therapist. You didn't talk about it. You didn't complain about it. You didn't moan and groan and whine and cry like little babies do. You didn't give them what they were asking for, so they decided to unalive you, deceitfully convict you of a crime, and then torture you for centuries. And you didn't even cry about it. Why? Because you're not a fucking child demanding to be treated like a fucking emperor. Asshole. You're free of these assholes. And they're not going where you're going. You're allowed to outgrow people, evolve, change. You're getting your freedom. You didn't complain about it. You did your work and you're moving on. You and whoever you're connected to is moving on. These guys were all about saying, woo, I'm so great, when they didn't do shit. You were the main character. He's like, ooh, I'm great. But you are the main character. You always were, and your glow up is the best revenge. Because this jackass is out there crying because your mate, your true partner, barely made it out alive. And now the devil is exposed for the bullshit that they've been doing, and you're stopping giving idiots spiritual credit. It's like, just F off. F all the fucking way off. Just get off. The blunt truth is, they knew exactly what they were doing, and they gotta let go. But they don't want to. Everything's coming back on them. The Mercury retrograde, and they're like dazed and confused. Oh no! What do you mean? Yeah, delete, BITCH. No, the script sure failed, false prophet. You got all these false prophets out there misinterpreting the angel's messaging, calling love sacrilegious when religion wasn't even a thing, man. They are committing sacrilege against the Holy Spirit of the divine feminines who are here to heal and care for everything. But these men were too lazy. They didn't have it in them to do the work for anything. There's no craftsman there. There's no master there. All you got there is a bunch of chaos and devil fire. Bullshit artistry, freaking ungrounded magic, ungrounded magic of a freaking crazy bitch. That's what Spirit called them the other day. Crazy bitches. So they're running chaos through your mind. You're rejecting everybody and everything. You're feeling this. It's like, buff goo. You know, like nobody wants anything to do with you. And it certainly is me. I'm like, whoa. I'm feeling it. I'm like, no. Do not approach me. Do not come near me. Don't say hi. Don't try to introduce yourself. Don't strike up a conversation. I'm not interested in talking to no freaking buddy. I don't give a shit about being friendly to anybody right at this point. I just don't. And my father says I don't have an attitude problem, Donald. I'm simply protecting the walls of my castle. So, the tower is here. Somebody's having disaster. Oh, no. They're at a standstill. They're at a two of swords. They don't know what to do. The gatekeepers are freaking out because it's seen very clearly they're not devoted to anything. energy is being read. It could be that there are new gatekeepers reading energy, and they know that these people that are trying to come through are not devoted. So they're not moving forward with the Six of Swords here. They're just not moving forward. You don't have anything to feel bad about. You're not feeling like poo. We got new gatekeepers. There's a tower. Somebody's trying to avoid a tower. Somebody's at a crossroads. They're in a tower. Everything's falling apart. These gatekeepers, dots don't mean devotion. They're reading energy. We've got feeling like shit in the reverse. They're being patient. It could be there's new gatekeepers. Or it could be that the Hierophant is here closing this cycle. Closing this cycle. You're not going to feel, you're not going to be feeling like shit. We're closing that cycle. Gatekeepers. We got gatekeepers reading energy. Reading energy. Somebody's challenged. They're not able to get in that boat. They're feeling trapped by your armor, by your boundaries, by your dignity. And these people are going to be held accountable for what they've done to marriages and to those people that they married. Because they were marrying angels, earth angels, and like on the first year anniversary or whatever, they were sacrificing them. I mean, I've got 3 memories. Somebody took me to the freaking forest, to a lake, a pond, and drowned me there. Somebody shot me dead in the street, and in another place. Somebody stabbed. I mean, like 40 plus times somebody got me with a knife while I was sleeping, napping on my porch. I mean, these guys, they come up over and over and over again. They like to get the contracts and then they get rid of you, but they replace you because they still have to pretend like they're honoring the contract, which they're not. They replace you with somebody like this. And they're out there wearing these beautiful gowns, and they got the beautiful fake boobs and that beautiful cinched waist and the beautiful big hips and that plump bum and that boobies, you know? I mean, come on. Yeah, so look, people are going to be held accountable for what they did to the people they married. What they did to you will be done to them. And this curator is over there, is still talking to people like and I swear, I think it's the source of misogyny and narcissism, because he talks very monotone. Like there's no fluctuations. It's just like a cyborg or something, you know? It's one of those false authorities that can't feel anything except pleasure at a human being's suffering. Queen of Cups is a healer. She's got emotion. She's emotionally balanced. She's not feeling like shit. We're reading energy. See, these guys they think if they can run insanity through your mind, that means you're insane and you have anger issues and you need to be held back. Well, no, honey, because what they run through the mind isn't what's running through the heart or the body. It's just mental shit. It has nothing to do with the emotional body. It's just this stupidity that they're trying to project into the minds of others. This crap. So there's no rest. It's like there's no rest. It's like this hidden stuff of the mind. You have to find it and you have to heal it. And it's maddening. I find myself saying stuff all the time in my head, and I'm like, wow, stuff that I wouldn't say to somebody if they were in my house, but They're not. They're invisible. They're only half real. And I imagine, they say that about God and stuff, but God's in another dimensional reality, and these eyeballs of mine can't see it. I know he's there, though. I wouldn't be alive if it weren't true. So we got the Queen of Cups, loving healer. Her mind is good. We've got this, you stopped mistaking chaos for chemistry. It's not a twin flame. It's a fire hazard. It's like nasty shit. And the blunt truth is, you've got clarity that those nasty jacks always left you and then talked shit about you. I'm 60 years old, so I've had my fair share of those experiences. I always thought that I would be married, but I got delivered illusions. Somebody's heartbroken. So yeah, they were leaving you there, heartbroken, alone, and now we're closing the cycle. You're not going to be heartbroken and alone. And this could be your person and you. You both have been here, heartbroken and alone. But you stopped mistaking chaos for chemistry, and you're like a buff on freaking goo. You see those crazy bitches and those nasty jacks trying to squirm their way into your covenant, into your rainbow, into your energy, into your soul, your inner sun. So there's a Knight of Swords here. Somebody is focused. They might be taking action, listening to the fruits that you're receiving. Some kind of intellectual property. There could be some kind of an urgency. Somebody is effed up over you. They're listening. Whatever it is people are saying, whatever it is people are hearing, they're effed up over you. We got the Page of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, somebody's emotionally immature. There's no love in them. They made very bad decisions, and they came up with a lot of drama. So they have to accept ownership of all the nasty crap that they ran into the minds of people, how they tried to F up the minds of people with this chaos, chemistry, mind effery. Wish. You're making a wish. Somebody's making a wish. The curator is calling in the master now. The master monotone. So the dude that operates from... And this is the thing, okay? Some people say that we are too emotional and that we're just too... Well, we're alive. We have a heartbeat. Monotone, Mr. Monotone. That's all he is. Very like dead. But there's a great power because they can siphon and use and manipulate. It's a word magician. Very monotone, like hypnotic almost. And I think that this is the seed, the original seed of the narcissist, misogynist, whatever that is, whatever this entity is. I think that whoever this is now speaking with the curator, trying to come up with a solution here. The cycle is closing. They're in a tower. They're stuck at a crossroads, or they don't know what to do. The gatekeepers are reading energy now. Dots do not mean devotion. We're not feeling like shit. We're closing this cycle. It's done. Nobody's feeling like shit about this. Everybody's in a tower over it, though, because guess what? We're no longer doing reckless sex. My soul has been so insulted by these low-level devils. It's sickening. The quality of presentation with this bloated, grandiose delusion of self. You know, it's crazy. If they can speak monotonously and use big words and dress well and, you know, tongue twist your average person with their bullshit artistry, whatever the hell. We're closing the cycle. No more reckless sex. Nobody gives a crap about soul destruction anymore, with this devil fire being shot straight into the freaking rainbow covenant of your soul. No more reckless sex. Closing the cycle. Nobody needs it. Nobody wants it. Nobody deserves it, man. Except for maybe a devil, but a devil doesn't deserve it either, because they've been shattering your beautiful emerald heart, your love. They take your love and they shatter it. They sex you up with this stupid chemistry crap, and then they deliver heartbreak, shatter your heart, give you a spiritual death for your love, and then step in as you, while leaving you alone in the 3D, never showing up, never supporting you, but bringing somebody else in to wear your spiritual identity and your angelic robes. And the fact that this is what they've been doing is such a turnoff. The fact that it was not detected. That Mr. Monotone, narcissist, misogynist, word magician could so successfully hypnotize the minds of even the upper realm. It's crazy to me. With this sacrificial bullshit, I don't understand it. I'm hoping that maybe there can be some kind of a safety put in place. That's nuts, man. So yeah, I've been kind of complaining in my head, like probably a lot of other people. There's no rest. It's like just going. All of these things that you're worried about, concerned about, happening about. You had to rebuild your mind because these low-level people wanted you down here. They tried to destroy your mind. They tried to destroy your upper dimensional freaking status by raping your consciousness over and over and over again. Mentally defiling people. And they're still doing it. Shady mask wearer. Pretender. See, they want to pretend, and you were outshining them, outshowing them, embarrassing them, and right now that's where they're at. They're embarrassed. They're embarrassed because it is very clear that this is who they are. And that you and yours did not rest. You did the work. You rewired yourself. You did the shadow work. You faced your fears. Well, what else could you do? What else could you do? So you got a couple of goons out there and a shady mask wearing wench out there. It looks like they're like right there. They don't want you to lift up. But we got Ace of Pentacles, opportunity. There's a magician here who is very ungrounded. They're like obsessing over you, overthinking. They can't stop thinking. And you may have experienced the streams of thought, these rejections, these anger, these things, just know that there's a pantheon of principalities out there that are very good at hiding, like an invisible virus. They use your own voice to project nastiness through your mind. And then they say it was you. But it's just really great freaking technology. There's no more workplace affairs. Queen of Pentacles is there with her prosperity and abundance, coming into a 10 of Cups, uniting or celebrating love with this this family circle, and very empowered. No one's coming to steal your spotlight, hun. You are the divine feminine. Divine feminine. She's got her peacock feather and her smudge. So she obviously takes her energetic space seriously. The Hierophant is here looking at these devils wearing the angels' robes and the necklace made out of a shattered emerald heart of a loving divine feminine who stopped making decisions based in fear. And now these ones are losing signal. Yeah, because you illuminated the truth about the backstabbing, the mind games, the deceit, the intentional, just premeditated destruction of upper dimensional families and their children, their descendants. I was told by the woman who removed the spiritual feeding tube out of my back after 18 years that the higher you go, the bigger the boogeyman gets. These fellas only thought they were the boogeyman. They messed with the children of high dimensional royal families. We got the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, jealous over your knowledge. There's no love in them. You've got boundaries here. Not every shadow work session needs a public post. You did not announce what you did to move through this impossibility. You didn't rest. You did the work, and you did it. You took care of yourself, even while Shady Malone over here was trying to hold the bar down. Sweet talk. Somebody might be trying to sweet talk you. Or it could just be that not everyone gets a ticket to your next season. You are free. And you have evolved through the sweet talker that had nothing but devil chaos energy for your sexual unions and whatnot. You've evolved through it. You've evolved through the heartbreak and the getting left alone. This reckless sex, you're no longer doing it, and it's like you no longer want it, and it's like, rah, you might throw you into a mental spin even thinking about it. I know it does me. Mr. Arrogant, we're fed up. The twin flames are fed up with Mr. Arrogant POS my way. Get out of here. What? He's smoking. He's smoking. He's got bad influence, and we're fed up with it. Get on down the road, Shady Jane. We're done. Somebody's ashamed. They're running. They have no credit. They don't work. They don't have a job. And you're turning your back on this fake spiritual guru who's been mirroring true angels by shattering, by spiritually unaliving them, and then stepping in as the spiritual identity, mirroring them. You're turning your back on them. Get the F out. They're spying on you. Mr. No Strings Attached, these little love triangle or whatever the hell, they're spying on you from secret accounts. They didn't want strings attached. And look, memories of family. This family might be looking at the memories of what they've done to you. And this is bad news because now they have to go through it. What they did to you. They married you. And then they put you through a round and around and around of a possibility. They thought for sure you were not going to survive. You did it on your own. You and your person, these nasty asses were coming in between. These false flames, these false prophets, these script writers, this script sure, they wanted to write your life with this false prophet and in their scripture, and you had to be just like they said. And the fact of the matter is, they're nothing but they're a bunch of fucking devils trying to interpret the loving messages of a sacrificed angel, a broken-hearted angel. They were wrong. They misinterpreted it. They didn't get it right. Well, no, you didn't get it right because it wasn't your freaking message. It wasn't your freaking life. So bad. They stole somebody else's life, and then now they're like, oh, well, we misinterpreted. Well, it wasn't your life, man. It's so wild to me how they're trying to come up with excuses like, well, we misinterpreted. Well, it wasn't, they were not, that's not their robe. And that certainly isn't an emerald heart. It's just a necklace, man. It's just a necklace. Get yourself enough emerald necklaces. Ooh, imagine the love you could exude. Oh my goodness. You could snatch yourself up any divine fella. Oh, before I forget, a couple days ago, there was something about 8 days, which would, at the time, it would have put it at the 30th or the 31st of May. So there's something going to happen, and it could be very, very bad. They've been talking about a monster or a monstrosity or something, like a hurricane, something about a hurricane. I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm tired. I'm weary. I'm weary. Rehearsing the past. Mental scripts, guilt, self-blame. So, yeah, no more reckless sex. We're closing the cycle. No more feeling like shit. We're closing the cycle of these nasties draining our energy, siphoning our spiritual identity, going over there, effing people up as our spiritual identity, using our gifts, our energy. No more reckless sex. F the F off. Nobody needs it. Six of Swords in the reverse. So they're resisting. They're feeling trapped by your armor, your boundaries. This is closure. Girl, blocking is free and therapy isn't. Now they got to go get therapy because the delirium is on them now. They're exhausted over watching the reruns, over what they did to you. These people who married you over the many lifetimes and what they did to you. Yeah, it's all going to happen to them now. Everything from the beginning, from the start to the end, will be done to them. That's what God said. You have a guarantee. So while they may have just completely tried their very best to destroy you, and while it may have, as they're destroying you, like a daily, every single day, they're tearing you apart, and every single day, you gotta freaking rebuild yourself. It's like destruction, construction. Destruction, construction. It's like boom, 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 boom. Over and over and over again is what I did, and it was crazy. It's freaking jackwagons. They're in denial. They're like, oh no, they're face palming themselves. They're like, what did I do? Well, I don't know. No, you got these toxic ties. They got to go live through all of this toxicity that they forced into you, onto you. And now it's like they're supreme narcissist misogynist is down here monotone, trying to instruct this curator on what he needs to do now. Well, they're not going anywhere. We got the Six of Swords in the reverse. So, there's a delay due to your armor. They're watching these reruns over what they did to you with these toxic ties. These stupid, married, karmic, freaking toxic ties. They had you chained. You're a healer, a Queen of Cups, a loving cup, a healer, a golden energy. And they were pouring their chaos into you and then saying you were that. We got heartbreak over the blunt truth of it. Leaving you in heartbreak. You're not. Somebody's heartbroken because you're getting what you want. You're getting a miracle. Your dreams are coming true. Somebody's heartbroken because your dreams are coming true. Whew, they really hurt you. They really did a humdinger on you. So we got the Knight of Swords focused on listening, the fruits, what you are listening. And somebody is effed up over you. They're listening to what you got to say or what you got, what you have. They misinterpreted. They misunderstood. They did not care to ask. They just decided to punish, to hurt, to harm, to torture. A beautiful soul. Source connected. Now they're effed up over you. There's a sense of urgency. Somebody's listening about what you got going on. It could be they're effed up over you because your hope, you stayed hopeful while the snake was lying about you, dripping poison about you. Page of Cups in the reverse. They made very bad decisions regarding you. We got a wish. They're making a wish. Exhibit. So these are pimps, sacrifice. These are spiritual unalivers, and then pimps. These are spiritual assassins who then pimp the loving person that they are wearing the robe of and the shattered heart of. These are spiritual assassins of angels, and then they prostitute them, and then they file fraudulent paperwork saying that's what they are. They got their ass handed to them last night. I was listening, at least I heard 2 or 3 masculines. They were pissed at these gatekeepers for filing false reporting. There's some shit going down, I'm telling you. We got the lovers here who did not rest when they were in the moon. They dealt with their shadow. They did the shadow work. They cared for their mind. They put it back together. We got this shady mask wearer who wanted you to keep the bar low. They still want you to keep the bar low. They need to knock you back down. They need to knock you back down. But the thing is that you are not being rejected. You've been chosen. You've been chosen. Somebody might want to wear a mask. Somebody might want to wear a mask and come to you and pretend as though they have chosen you, but this could be somebody from your past. Be very careful. This could be a shady mask wearer that rejected you in the past, but is coming in wearing a mask, trying to get back into your business here. They see that you're coming into a reward. This magician is not grounded. They are obsessing over you, and we've got workplace affair in the reverse. Somebody may not want to work with them. What if somebody's in regret? Playing with your emotions. Blocked AF. No workplace affair. They're in regret. They've been shut out. They've been ghosted. Queen of Pentacles is coming in to a 10 of Cups union. Unity within the circle. No one's coming to steal your spotlight, hun. You are the divine feminine. Start acting like it. You're the main character. But you got people coming in here with a fake apology. A monster. A monstrosity. A monstrosity is going to come in here. You've been chosen because you were able to take care of yourself. You got a nasty mask wearer who's coming in here. They want to pretend like they're choosing you. Hopes and fears. We got the Hierophant here looking at the devils wearing the angel's robe of and an emerald necklace of a shattered of a spiritually unalived or assassinated freaking love bunny, a freaking earth angel. You survived. You were able to illuminate the truth. You stopped making decisions based in fear. And now these people are like, hey, we misinterpreted. Yeah, so mind game, backstab, betrayal. They were interpreting your intellectual property. These devils, living your angelic upper dimensional life. Harvesting your mind. Driving you insane. But you rewrote your mind. 20 years is a long time for mental REPE. When they're tearing you down, you have to build it back up daily. every 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They destroy and you rebuild. And after 22 years, you don't even know who you are anymore. No resting for those who wish to succeed. Oh no, you did not rest. You kept reinventing thee. Now, nobody knows who you are, not even yourself. They could be losing signal. Divine timing. We got a Knight of Cups in the reverse. They're very jealous of your knowledge, of your high ranking. You did not Twitter post about your suffering or your healing. They don't get to go where you're going. They can't claim that they did the work that you did. You didn't tell anybody what the last decades, many decades of your life was. You are free of the sweet talker. There's a breakup. You're walking away from them. This is the end. It's the end. There's a breakup. There's a breakup. And these third-party people, these third-party enemies, they're like upset. They're drinking to cope because they can't, they're soul tight, they can't get out of it. This obsession, this love-bombing obsession, they're going to be repeating the cycle and they're going to be silent. Because you've discovered the hidden truth about how they were gaining finances. They were tormenting people in the mind. There's evidence. Yeah. Somebody may miss you and your talent. But they deleted you. And now you're making a cold exit. You're the apple. You're the real apple. And these clowns are just pretending. The truth has been revealed and the illusion has been shattered. We're having a new beginning. Some kind of communication is here that should have been done some time ago. You've been here in the shadow, in the dark, alone, a long, long, long time, suffering. And now it's time for you to glow up. Because these jackasses have been keeping you in this state. They've been using you like a drug, pulling off you so they can go have a nice life. And there's divine intervention here. Because they were projecting all of their trauma onto you, binding you and treating you like trash. And this time you are ascending. They have lost you. They never showed up for you. They never showed up for you. You might be about ready to meet somebody new, because this is the end of the opportunity for these people to use you when convenient. This forgotten person is being let go. They're talking to the void. It's like these uninvited guests. They want to come in and sex you up, but you probably stopped doing that stuff long ago when you realized that these were just low-level freaking devils, not even worth sharing space with you. Breathing your air. What the fuck? And they keep saying she has to be innocent. They're looking at Sagittarius. Sagittarius is whatever their black hole soul is. They need a Sagittarius in order to do a proper transfer of soul value or whatever. Yeah, their savior apparently has to be a Sagittarius. But they're getting desperate, so they might actually try somebody else. I don't know. They're still out there working it. But we've got an open ending here. Not everything needs to resolve. We don't need to resolve everything. Apparently, we can just walk out on it. All right, well, they're in a tower. They could be at a crossroads. They might not know what to do. There's gatekeepers right here that are reading the energy. We know, or they know, that dots don't mean devotion. So they're using their intuition. They're reading the energy. There's no more feeling like shit. We're closing the cycle of these nasty jacks feeding on the apple with this reckless sex. They're rehearsing the past of guilt and self-blame. There's a door of no return. Some awakenings change everything. You won't be able to go back, and that's the point. You're not going back. We're done. We're closing the cycle of these people eating on the apples, the true angels. They're not, these entities, they're not going to get in your little boat there. They're not moving forward. They're trapped. You've got boundaries and armor. You've got your dignity. You got your dignity. Your self-respect. You didn't live the life that these ones have had you trapped in forever. You rewrote your mind. You rewrote your mind. They've been pushing in karmic personalities or principality personalities onto the original organic communication system of the divine, transmitter receivers. They've been forcing in karmic personalities while siphoning our own mind, misinterpreting our messaging, and then being what they are in the end, which is a bunch of Jezebel, gigolo, incubus, succubus, pimp, thieves, pirates, whatever. It's pretty obvious. They're not high vibrational, high value entities. So they're watching the reruns of everything that these married men or women, whatever, did to you with these toxic ties. Their emotional chains binding you to their karmic debt and addictions. They made you carry the blame and the shame of their toxicity. And it wasn't you. You're a Queen of Cups healer with this golden energy. You did the work, and these shady low vibrational entities kept trying to force you under the barrel, under the line. But infinity is in you. Heaven is in you. You could be a goddess or a god of time. You hold pieces of everything you seek within you. It's in you. Their dream come true. Their wish come true. Their perfect life of luxury. It was in you. They traded beautiful heavenly spaces that was created in your beautiful loving soul, your heart, your shattered emerald heart, your secret garden. Your threads of gold are providing miracles. There could be a sense of urgency over what you are hearing or what somebody is listening in on. They're effed up over you and your hope. You know, they said hope of a mustard seed, but the hope of a dandelion seed is, I think, far greater and far more, you know, the hope of a mustard seed is very small. I mean, thousands of years ago, that made, these days, man, the way that they effed up the minds, hope has got to be like a dandelion, floating on the wind, planting itself everywhere. Even when you forget, that shit's gonna grow, man. Lies, lies, lies. Somebody's effed up over you and your cosmic threads. Somebody lied. The snake lied about their cosmic threads. They didn't have it. Everything is woven. Trust the invisible patterns of your life. So the snake was lying about your cosmic threads, about their own cosmic threads. They didn't have cosmic threads. They trapped somebody who did in a marriage, and they've been marrying them and torturing them lifetime after lifetime. This person who holds the fragments of infinity in their soul, the cosmos, is in this Queen of Cups healer. And she stopped this business. She's like, get the F away from me, you nasty. Fucking nasty. Rat bastard. So we got the Page of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. Emotional immaturity. They don't have anything. Drama is what they got. And they make very, very, very bad decisions. They will be taking ownership for the mistakes that they have made because you made a wish. Those who were being sacrificed and used as exhibits for their gain, their profit system, their little pimp show. Yeah, whatever. They may be wishing for that. Maybe you made a wish and it's getting true. It's getting made true. It could be that these nasty jacks are going to be the new pimps. I mean, the new prostitutes. They may get prostituted out to the universe on those who like whatever they got to offer. I don't know. The return. You made a wish. This person made very bad decisions regarding the rose. This jackass has probably been out there spiritually assassinating people for a long time. One of them made a wish. Many of them probably made a wish. And now there's a return. What once felt lost is making its way back to you. You are being reborn. And it is a struggle, I tell you. Because who you once were is not anymore. And now that these a-holes are going away, it's like the mental monstrosity of their presence is easing. And now you're just arguing with your damn self. Pretty much. Gotta let that settle, I suppose. They're still out there, though, hoping. The lovers are here. They did not rest. They did their shadow work under the moon. They took self-care and rewrote their mind. We got shady, mask-wearing jerks that want to keep the bar right where it is. They want to come in as though they never did reject you, but they did. So this guy's coming back in. Or maybe you are seen now. What does this card say? Spirit signal. Signs are flashing. Pay attention to the nudges. So yeah, you got some shady mask wearing fool coming in, wanting to keep the bar low. So they want to get with you. I don't know what's going to happen, man. Spirit signal. We got a spirit signal. Ace of Pentacles here. Reward. The Magician is ungrounded. They are obsessing over you. There's no more workplace affairs. Nobody wants to work with this person. They're in regret, over analyzing what if. They are blocked AF. Nobody wants to work with them. And you have a strange peace. You've stopped fighting what used to scare you, and that's growth. You're like, dude, I don't have any more attention to give you. False prophet. False prophet. The light keeper says, I don't have any more attention to give you, false prophet. And you were allowed to change. Your form is not your fate. It's like you're the phoenix. Becoming something more. You are not lost. You're between worlds. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles is coming into 10 of Cups. There's a circle, unity within a circle. Nobody's come to steal your spotlight, hun. You are the divine feminine, and somebody is coming forward with a fake apology. We've got unlocked. The barriers have fallen. What you seek is now within reach. Somebody wants to come forward with a fake apology. This is a monster. Whoever this monster is wearing this damn angel's robe. They're a devil. They want to come forward and apologize for what? For deceitfully convicting you, for brutalizing you, for keeping you trapped for thousands of years, and knowingly continuing doing this. Now they're coming forward with a fake apology because you've unlocked the door. Divine feminine. This is a monster in an angel's robe. Wearing a necklace made out of the sacrifice of love. An emerald heart made into a little necklace while she's there. This is the truth. You're no longer making decisions based in fear. They call it courage, and I don't know. Maybe it's insanity. They certainly did strive for it. We got divine timing here. Divine timing, and we've got, what does it say? Backwards in the reverse. You're not going to go backwards this time. No more moving backwards for you. These devils misinterpreted you this time. They misinterpreted everything. You're not going backwards. You didn't go backwards. They thought you were going backwards. You did not go backwards. You rewrote your mind because you're a creator, a creatress. It's what you do. You write original code for creation. Whether you know it or not, it happens. These guys misinterpreted your messaging and then led everybody down a path of incoherency. Lustful, freaking murderous crap, man. Bunch of jackasses. Idiots. Knight of Cups in the reverse. No love in that jackass, and they are jealous about your knowledge and your privacy. You kept it private for decades, for lifetimes, for whatever. You did not announce your suffering or what it was you were doing to move through it. You didn't share your journey with the digital world. You split to survive. So yes, you didn't share your healing journey with the public. They're not going to get a ticket to where you're going. They cannot say that they did what you did because you didn't announce it. They don't know what you did, what you went through. You are free of the sweet talker. There is a breakup, a separation. This is the end. You're splitting to survive, or maybe you did split to survive, and now you're ready to return to wholeness. Your psyche, cave of echoes, you keep calling out, but the only voice answering is your own. You split to survive, but now you're ready to return to wholeness. So you're breaking up with those entities that don't have any love in them. And they're, like there's a portal awakening. A passage reveals itself. Step through with courage and wonder. And a new clarity is arising within you. These people know that you have a guarantee that you're going on. And they want your spot. They want your heart. They want a heart transplant. They want your spiritual heart. They've been talking about heart transplants. I didn't know they could do that in the spirit. I thought it was just a 3D, but I guess it's a spirit thing too. Somebody's in a tower. They could be stuck at a crossroads. They don't know what to do. We've got new gatekeepers. They're reading energy now. Dots don't mean devotion. You are no longer going to feel like shit. We're closing the cycle of these ones eating the apple. We're no longer going to do reckless love and sex. We're rehearsing the past of guilt and self-blame. We're going through a door of no return. Some awakenings change everything. You will not be able to go back, and that's the point. Nobody needs any of that crap. There is no more storm. You're free of the storm. You're free of the storm. The storm keeps trying to move through you, and you may even entertain it for a time because you've been in it for so long. It may be that comfortable, familiar space, that chaos may be that comfortable, familiar space. You know when something hurts, and it hurts and it hurts and it hurts for so long, and then all of a sudden it doesn't hurt anymore, you know, and it's like, wow, this doesn't hurt anymore. Well, I don't know, I suppose it means it would be whatever it is, but when we're evolving and we're becoming something new, sometimes it hurts so bad because being reborn or rewoven or recreated in our process of self-care, it can sometimes hurt nearly as much as coming apart, because you have to recreate yourself. And I think that this is part where they're upset because you didn't announce it. This lifetime, you went through many lifetimes, I think. I feel that you probably went through many spiritual deaths before you found the successful solution or whatever. and you didn't announce it. So these ones don't know what it was. They can't claim your story because they don't know what it was. Real estate, home house. Infinity is within you. The universe is within you. The real estate was born in your secret garden. You are its caretaker. You had a lot of nasty asses in your house, your temple, climbing up and down your ladder, your Jacob's ladder, getting into the upper dimensional spaces while filing false reports about you or being a false you, some jackass. Queen of Cups, you're loving, emotionally balanced, you're a healer, you got the golden light, you're done mistaking this stupid chaos for chemistry, you're done with nasty Jack. It's like, nasty Jack, get the F off, man. Nobody needs that shit. Somebody is heartbroken. The blunt truth is we've got rejection and clarity. You were rejected. Somebody rejected you. Somebody's heartbroken. They've been rejected. You've got a miracle here. You're getting what you want. You have a thread of gold. You are the thread of gold. The gold energy is yours. Follow the thread of gold, even when you don't understand it. We've got rumors in the reverse. So there's no more projection, no more rumors. You're getting a miracle. You're getting what you want. Nobody's going to be able to verbally abuse you anymore, cast word magic over you anymore. We've got this magician. They're not grounded. Their magic isn't working. They're obsessing. They're freaking out. Nobody wants to work with them. Recent past, we've got a Knight of Swords listening to the fruits of swords, whatever. Somebody's effed up over you and your eternal hope. The snake lied about their cosmic threads, your cosmic threads. Yeah. The snake was lying. So we've got everything is woven. Trust the invisible patterns of your life. Your expectation, waiting and hope. You're waiting. You have eternal hope. You know, the hope of a dandelion is like, you know, the seed is smaller and it's more plentiful and it's carried on the wind and it's everywhere. It's everywhere. And it's also one of the first foods for the bees and those little critters. You know, Mother works in a very good way. And when we're suffering so greatly, you know, sometimes hope has to become much smaller and far more plentiful than a mustard seed. Thank you, Mother. Page of Cups is in the reverse. We've got an emotionally immature fella here. They're feeling insecure. They have no love in them. They made a lot of bad decisions regarding the sacrifices. These spiritual sacrifices, they were sticking knives in people in their sleep space, in the 4D, while you're sleeping here getting ready for work the next day. They got you in the dream space, sticking knives in you, man. They got to accept ownership of this. It was a very bad decision, and now you made a wish. You're getting your wish. There's a return. There's a return. You're being reborn, rewoven. We've got unexpected income in the reverse. They're not able to take your money. You made a wish. Street exhibit. We've got a return. Somebody wants to make a return. Somebody's hoping that they can bring the rose back. But you've got cosmic threads. The universe is in you. Infinity is in you. This is where your home is. This secret garden is yours. It comes from your soul. There's a return. You're returning. They filed false reporting on you. The Lovers are here. You did not rest. You did the shadow work. You took self-care. You reformatted your mind, your thinking. These people want to keep the bar way low. They may be wearing a mask and coming in and hiding the fact that they rejected you. The signs are flashing. Spirit is signaling you. Pay attention to the nudges. Karmic bonds, unresolved issues from past life cycles, lessons, unstable relationship. Yeah, so pay attention to the nudges. You got some low-level devil coming into your energy here, wearing a shady mask. Spirit is signaling you this karmic bond. They're here. They're trying to pretend that they did not reject you, but they're here right now because they want to get back in your energy and make certain to drag you back down. You're embarrassing everybody, and you know who they are? They're men. Well, I don't think they're real men. I think they're fraudulent men. They're these entities that are posing as human beings, but they're not. They're siphoners of batteries. So pay attention to the cause, the spiritual signals, the nudges, because you got a karmic entity here that's coming in trying to get a bond. They see that you're getting a reward, and they got an ungrounded magician here. Magician is in the sideways position. It could very well be that they're only able to do it half-assed because they can't focus. Maybe they're experiencing some kind of delirium. Mentally, they're obsessing over you, so they're freaking out mentally. And it could be that nobody wants to work with them because maybe they're in regret. These emotions, they might be going through the emotions, like maybe they're having a delirium, an emotional setback. They're in great regret. They're blocked AF, getting shut out, and you have found a strange peace with it. You just don't care what's going on here. It's like, dude, I mean, hidden from you. Something's hidden from you. You got a strange peace. You're not fighting what scares you. That's growth. Whatever it is, it's hidden from you. Whatever that is. We got the Queen of Pentacles here. Comfortable. Coming into a Ten of Cups. Love, celebration, unity within a circle. Nobody's coming to steal your glow up, hun. You have unlocked. The barriers have fallen. The barriers have fallen. The curses have been broken. Divine Feminine. What you seek is now within reach. You've got somebody coming in with a fake apology. This monster wants to get back in your energy. It says their prayers are useless, divine intervention, unforgiven, and abomination. But it came out in the reverse. So it's like your prayers, they tried to claim that you were an abomination. They tried to claim that all of this nasty crap that they were pouring into you, all of this nasty blood ritual, this magic, this low-level devil, nasty, malicious, vulgar crap that could only be born out of these entities, they tried to stick that on you as though it was you. We got the Hierophant there, and dealing with the devils wearing masks, wearing these angels' robes, and necklaces made out of unalive, premeditated, unalive, spiritually assassinated, loving people. They shattered their heart. They spiritually took them out, and then step in wearing the necklace of the emerald heart. of a loving person who is left here depleted and brokenhearted. They're self-aware. They are perceptive about this crap now, about this cheating, this deception, this mind gaming. There's divine timing here. These people misinterpreted everything that you had going on because the messaging and the mind was not theirs. They lacked understanding. They didn't have the capacity to understand the heart of a loving being because they are not. But you aren't going backwards. We got divine intervention and divine timing. You're not going backwards. They were not able to interpret your life because you didn't post it on Twitter and you rewrote your mind. You reconstructed yourself. You became a new person. Knight of Cups in the reverse is jealous over your knowledge. You didn't post it on Twitter. You didn't share your suffering or your healing. They don't get to go where you're going. The ticket belongs to you. The golden ticket is yours. You evolve through the pain, through the struggle. You're the one who holds fragments of infinity within you. The cosmic threads are coming from your soul. There is a return here. A return. You have returned. These people aren't getting unexpected income from the rose and the sacrifice of the rose anymore. This is the end of their profit system. This is a breakup, a separation. You are free of the sweet talker. They might be calling out into the void, trying to connect with you. But you are returning to wholeness. They burned their bridge. They've burned their bridge. You're able to keep the clarity. And everybody's reaping what they sow. Justice is coming. The evil entity has left you. It's returned to sender. You're breaking a curse. The black magic has failed. They will not be receiving a gift or starting a new journey. Their plans failed. You've cut through the confusion. They're no longer able to play games with you. Because you're able to create your own reality. You're in alignment. You're able to rewrite the mind. You've mastered yourself. And sometimes when you're rewriting yourself, it's ugly. Shadow work is ugly. It's not pretty. People who really do the work sometimes get freaking grease under their nails, man. The world is undergoing a purification. Enjoy the silence. Those people who had been Wi-Fi streaming chaos into the minds of the people, they're being silenced. These magicians, these mental magicians, these principalities and their personalities pushing it in on the communication system of organic divine beings. Yeah. Enjoy the silence. We're undergoing a purification and a transformation. These guys are not going to get the gold this time. They're not going to get the gold of your soul, SOL, your inner sun, this time. No. This is the elimination of evil. And that's sad news for these people. They're undergoing rage and confusion. Because you're about ready to take flight. That's not good news for them. They can't imprison you. They can't imprison you, and they got exposed. No honor among thieves. They've been stealing from the sacral chakra of purity, of powerful, beautiful beings, children even. So we got the white bull here, dispelling the illusion, masculine energy, power, dominance, and fire. Leadership, authority, rules, and command. Yeah, the dispelling the illusion. Why? Because of your mindfulness. You did not become the chaos that they wanted you to become. And now a beautiful transformation is coming because of your grounding. We've got the northern lights. You're in your north node. These masculines are in their south node, and it's game over. Yeah, because you're not dealing with the lies anymore. Or the love spells. The ravens are here. Life and death. They're not going to get up from it. Two bodies, one soul. Pure love, healing frequency. You have ascended to the highest level of existence. Maintain your vibration. Generate positive emotion. Shifting internally. So there was a thief that had been stealing the ancient teachings of the illuminated mind. Looks like they're being stopped. There is no honor, and we're not lighting any candles for what is ending here. Yeah, we're entering into an infinity. Oh, they're going into an infinity of a delusion. Oh crap, man. The insanity that they've put into the world that's going to be their reality. They cannot stop the karmic wheel. And they're not prepared for war. Well, your self-care rituals were not part of the plan. And now they went the wrong way, and now it's over. You rewrote yourself probably many times. You may be wondering, like, now that the fight appears to be almost over, you still got the curator and some supporters out there that are they're still very intentional about trying to obtain this particular mind again. And they're here. They're gonna wind up with the mask coming in and pretend like they did not reject you. This is a karmic bond, unresolved issues, and spirit is sending signals. And since that, I know we're over 2 hours, but look, because that is there, Spirit is sending signals. Let me just get this. So what's going on? Spirit is sending signals. We got some shady character here wanting to come in to get into your business here. The lovers are together. You've got divine love, and it could be that it's coming together. Those who did their shadow work. You got the shady mask wearer coming in. So, again, it's game over. Game over. All right, so spirit signs are flashing. Pay attention to the nudges. You got somebody coming in. They want to pretend like they didn't reject you in the past, or they want to make, they're wearing a mask. They want to get back in you and drag your mind, your newly created self, back down and it's game over for them, because you already know you're not listening to their lies. You don't care. It's game over. You're not accepting any more verbal abuse. It's like, just get the F gone. Nobody cares. It's verbal abuse. So the thing is this, with this structure, this technology that they have, it's all about the lies. It's all about the verbal abuse. And a lot of the stuff that moves through us is not us. We are here as original, organic transmitter receivers, or communications system of upper dimensional spaces, here to manifest the above as below. And we got hijacked by this freaking crazy system here. And you're no longer believing the angry shit that moves through your mind, because it's kind of laughable now, because these assholes have been so freaking over using it. You are forgiven. You've unlocked that. Your reputation has been restored. Whatever these ones said, it was all false reporting and energetic and mental manipulation. They have been lighting, and you're no longer accepting verbal abuse. These nasty, monotone, narcissistic, misogynistic freaking pimps, they've been saying verbally abusive things regarding these divine feminines and their masculines to prevent them from achieving greatness, so that they could just hold them back and keep them small and siphon them. They take 50%. Oh, you're up here. But they take 50% and then they make everybody perform here. But you're performing way the hell up here. You're making everybody look bad. These jackasses, these masculines, they're like, she's embarrassing everyone. She's embarrassing everyone. Well, no, she's not. She's just better. She's just better, man. No matter the intentional manipulation, the intentional holding back, the intentional abuse, the intentional red rumming, spiritually and otherwise, over and over and over again for 6,000 years, the intentional thievery and theft, the intentional terror, the intentional heartbreak and separation, everybody's going to reap what they have sown. Justice is coming. And the entity is going back. It's their entity. That's their gift. They're the one who drummed it up. They wanted hell for these beautiful divine feminines. And hell is what they're going to get. It's game over. That's the message. See you on the next one, everybody. Bye.